This video is a presentation of the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute. Baked pork chops with apple cranberry sauce. Hello, I'm Chef David Kamen, and I'm working with the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute. I'm here with my 4-year-old daughter, Natalia, who can sometimes be what we call a picky eater. Right, Natalia?
Right.
Right. Today, we're going to make baked pork chops with apple cranberry sauce. I'm going to show you how to easily change the recipe for picky eaters so you don't have to cook 2 different meals for the family. This recipe is from the Keep the Beat Recipes Deliciously Healthy Family Meals Cookbook. This healthy and tasty dish includes a 2-way meals symbol to help you identify this type of recipe in the cookbook. Okay, let's get cooking. First, I need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Okay, let's wash our hands real quick. Okay, so turn the water on. Okay, put your hands in some water. Here's some soap. Okay, some soap for you, some soap for me. Okay, wash real good. Okay. Take this back in the hands. Remember how long we're supposed to wash our hands for?
20 seconds.
Very good. Okay, nice job. First, we're going to go ahead and add some orange zest. And to get the orange zest, we're just going to get the very outside layer of the skin of the orange. We're going to zest it right across like that, capture all that good flavorful stuff, and we're going to use that to season the pork. Nat, you going to help me season the pork?
Yes.
Okay, so can you take the orange zest and we're just going to sprinkle it onto the pork chops just like that. Okay, can you do that? Just like that. And now we're going to take a little black pepper and sprinkle it on the pork chops like that. Then I'm going to use this pair of tongs to turn it over. Okay.
And then we're going to do the other side.
And then we're going to do the other side. And you can do the orange zest and I'll do the black pepper, okay?
I want to do the black pepper.
Okay, you can do the black pepper and I'll do the orange zest. Just make sure you don't touch your eyes after touching the black pepper, okay? Good. So next, in a large saute pan, we're going to heat up the olive oil. Okay, we're going to add the pork chops. So let this go about a minute or 2 on each side, just until they start to get brown. And it's okay to look at them and just see how they're doing. And this will take just a few moments to get there.
Those tongues are pretty hot, right?
They're pretty hot. You want to make sure you don't touch those, okay? Parents, you'll want to take over some of the kitchen activities, especially ones that involve using sharp knives or the stovetop or using an oven. It's up to you to determine what tasks your child can handle safely. So it's been about a minute or so, starting to get nice and brown. Look at how nice and brown those are on the other side. So we'll go ahead and turn those. And we'll let them go for another 2 minutes or so on the second side. Once we got a nice color on both sides, then we're going to transfer the pork onto a non-stick sheet pan. So we're going to take the pork chops then and put them in the 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes or until they reach 160 degrees internal. Then we're going to take the plate and the dirty tongs and put them in the sink, and we'll wash them up real well a little bit later on. So while the pork chops are baking, Natalia's going to help me by adding some chicken broth to the pan that I just browned the pork chops in. So why don't you go ahead and pour that right back inside there. Okay? Nice and careful, a little lower. Good. Right there. Nice job. Good job. Thank you very much. So we're going to stir the pan just to loosen up some of the brown bits inside there. That's where all the really good flavor is from the pork chop. You want to see? Okay.
Yeah.
We're just going to stir that around real well. Get all those brown bits off. We're just going to pour that chicken broth now into a container, and we're going to just save that for later on. We're going to use that to help make the sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the best, Dad.
Thank you, sweetheart. The pork chops are still cooking, so now we're going to make the apple cranberry sauce. To get nice grated apples like these, what you want to do is you want to use the back side of a box grater, kind of like this. We'll take a little plate, and then we have our apples, and we're just going to grate them right on the back side of a box grater, right down till we get to the core. Okay? And then we have nice, long shredded apples.
Yeah.
So now Natalia's going to help me add the apples to our small saucepan. All right, so we're going to take the apples, pour them right inside there. Okay, just like that. That's good. Good job. And then we'll turn this on. Let this get up to temperature. And then we're going to add the cinnamon and the bay leaf, okay? So can you drop it? Drop the cinnamon in there. All right, great, and the bay leaf. Good. Okay, and now we're going to let this cook down for a few moments until the apples begin to soften, probably about 10 or 15 minutes. Our apples have been cooking for about 10 minutes. You see they're nice and soft and juicy. So now we're going to let Natalia go ahead and add the cranberries. So Natalia, can you add the cranberries right inside there? Good. And then, is there one more in there? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. And then we're going to add your favorite. What's that?
I love orange juice.
Orange juice. Okay, go ahead and add the orange juice right inside there. Good girl. Beautiful. We're also going to add the chicken broth that has those little brown bits from before. We're going to add that right inside there. Then we're going to bring this to a boil, and we're going to let it boil for about 10 minutes until the cranberries get nice and plump. You want to see?
Yeah.
See how it looks there? So we're going to let that simmer for about 10 minutes until the cranberries get nice and plump. So our sauce is simmering very, very nicely. And while our sauce is simmering, we can go ahead and check our pork chops. So we'll take a look down in the oven. And oh, they look great. Nice and brown and juicy. Just about ready to go. We want to make sure that they're ready by checking them with a food thermometer. So I'm going to take a clean pair of tongs, and with our food thermometer, we just want to check the temperature and just make sure that we're getting 160 degrees of internal temperature. All right, you see the temperature going up? Yep. Remember when checking the temperature to be sure to put the thermometer in the thickest part of the chop. Yeah, we're just about there. Yep, there it is, 160 degrees. So we're going to take this out. We'll set this over here to wash a little bit later. Can you pass me that aluminum foil, please, Nat? Aluminum foil? Thank you. And we just want to cover this to keep it warm. Okay, there we go. Careful, the pan's hot. And then we're just going to keep this warm over here. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and check on our sauce. It looks good. It smells good. Okay, I think it's time to go ahead and turn it off. And we'll take out the bay leaf and the cinnamon stick. All right, there's our bay leaf. There's our cinnamon stick. Perfect. So now I'm going to serve up one pork chop using a clean pair of tongs, and I'm going to add 1/4 cup of the apple cranberry sauce. So here is our pork chop. Okay, so one pork chop for each of us. So about 1/4 cup of apple cranberry sauce. You can also try this with a side of steamed broccoli and brown rice. Now you might be asking yourself, what makes this a two-way meal? If your child does not want the apple cranberry sauce on top of their pork chops, try serving a plain pork chop with some unsweetened applesauce or even a few apple slices, some dried cranberries, orange segments, and of course the rice and broccoli on the side. I can't wait to try this. It looks delicious. Natalia, are you ready to try it?
Yep.
All right, here's a little piece for you. All right, you go ahead and taste that. Now I'm going to take a piece for me. All right, ready? Here we go. Mmm. Delicious, right? Great job. Thanks for your help. Keep the Beat Recipes, Deliciously Healthy Family Meals, was developed in partnership with the NIH's We Can program. Keep the Beat is a trademark of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. We Can, ways to enhance children's activity and nutrition. We Can and the We Can logo are all registered trademarks of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. For more information on how to view and download Keep the Beat Recipes, Deliciously Healthy Family Meals, please visit hin.nhlbi.nih.gov/healthy eating. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, National Institutes of Health, and the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute.